Is a coach the same as a consultant? Should you hire a coach or should you hire a consultant for your online business? That is what I'm going to talk about in this video. And this video, this topic was inspired by a recent episode, a podcast episode that is by Paul Klein. And the podcast episode is called Pricing is Positioning. I highly recommend that you check it out. It is really good if you are a freelancer thinking of freelancing, if you're a coach or a consultant. I would highly recommend that you listen to it. So, Paul Klein talks about the difference between a coach and a consultant, and if there is, in fact, a difference. So, we're going to dive in. But before I do that, I would like to introduce myself if this is your first time meeting me. My name is Martine Cadet, and I'm a content strategist coach for female coaches and female consultants online. And I help them create a strategy for their content on Instagram and Facebook so that they can organically reach their target audience and convert them into paying clients. Okay. So before I go into the details of the difference between a coach and a consultant, I'd love to share with you a story. For me and my business, when I started my business 4 or 5 years ago, I dived in by myself. I went into YouTube and I went into Google and I decided to learn it all on my own. There's no lack of information out there, absolutely no lack. You can build whatever you want to build as long as you have the vision for it and you invest the time to learn. YouTube and Google has it all. So, what is the point of hiring someone to help you build this whole business of yours or help you scale it? Well, I could tell you this much. I would not be able to come out of nowhere and become a coach and confidently coach other female coaches if I wasn't coached myself. I am now with a second coach in my entrepreneurial journey, and I have to tell you, it's been quite an experience, and I'm so excited that I was able to invest to hire a coach to help me, support me in building my business. So, what is the difference between a coach and a consultant? So, I'm going to grab my phone and read you without giving it all away. Paul Klein's Pricing is Positioning podcast notes regarding this. So, Paul Klein says that a coach influences behavior. A coach provides steps to action. A coach does not control the outcome for the client. So, what does a consultant do? Well, a consultant provides solutions to complex problems, and a consultant may implement the solution for their clients, and a consultant does control the outcome for the client. So, basically, at the end of the day, it all depends on the deliverable. A consultant does the work, and the coach doesn't do the work technically, is how I see it. And if Paul, you're watching this, hopefully I am being a good student to you and really looking into what you shared on your podcast the right way. And I can only speak to this one because I've been coached, I'm currently being coached, and I'm coaching other people, is why I'm able to say that. And not only that, I have been a consultant. I have done the done for you services where I do the work. I'm the one sitting behind the computer and actually delivering the product for the client's business. Versus a coach is there to support you, to guide you, to keep you accountable. So let's put it all in perspective, because I know for me, it's been such a great area that I'm like, am I a coach? Am I a consultant? I've changed my Instagram bio so many times, I cannot even tell you. At one point, I'm like, I don't know who I am. And this episode totally clarified it all. So my thing is this: if you hire a fitness coach, for instance, and by the way, this is the example that Paul Klein gave in his podcast, but I'm going to steal it because it's so good. If you hire a fitness coach, you don't go to the fitness coach and say, deliver me in 6 weeks, 6-pack of abs. I want to look like Beyonce. I want to be like, I do nothing. And you just give me those six packs. You're not going to go to a fitness coach and say that. You're going to go to a fitness coach and say, hey, I want to look like Beyonce. What do we need to do together in order for me to get there? And the coach is going to be prepared to give you a plan that they know that they are expert in, because that's where they've invested their education, their everything that they know, and they are confident that if you follow their strategy, their tools, their tactics, and you show up and you put in the work, you will look like Beyonce, technically, right? So that's what a coach does. The consultant, on the other hand, if you go to them with a problem about your marketing, a problem about, oh my gosh, I was running this campaign the other day, it sucked. I don't know what I'm doing on Facebook ads. Please help me out, consultant. The consultant's responsibility is to give you that deliverable of running a new campaign or refurbishing that campaign that you had done before that you feel was a complete flop, and deliver you an amazing campaign. And again, that's because they're using their expertise in doing so. You follow what I'm saying? Now, the question becomes, can you be a coach and a consultant at the same time? Absolutely, you can. Think about it. Like for me, I've coached my clients that came from me to me for consulting work, right? So let's put it in perspective. I love using examples because I know for me that's how I can process information. So let's put it in perspective. If you came to me and hired me for social media management work for your brand, for instance, which is where I was for a while, which they call a done for you kind of service. You came to me, you're like, I don't know what to post, I don't know what to do. This is my brand, this is my messaging. I'm not creative enough to do this, right? So this is where I come in and I say, okay, I get it. I get your brand. I'll create the content. I'll manage it all. And I'm going to deliver you exactly what you need, which is visualizing your brand and positioning it on social media so that it attracts your target audience. So that's a deliverable. That's a consulting work versus me telling that client at the same time, what are the benefits of being on social media? What are the benefits for them to be on Instagram with their brands, and really coaching them on the purpose of how to use it and why using it and how to do it. So it can be together. You can coach and you can consult at the same time. Absolutely. And for me, I do the coaching part only for female entrepreneurs that are coaches or female entrepreneurs that are consultants, because I come from that world and I totally understand how it works and how you do this for a business, as a business. And I truly believe that it is extremely critical that if you are experiencing a moment in your business, or if you are in the moment right now where you're thinking of starting a business online because you believe that you have something in you that you can go out there and transform other people, whether it is because you went through a transformation yourself that you believe you can help other people go through, you can definitely do it through consulting, or you could do it through coaching. But primarily, I highly recommend that if you look into being a coach, per se, it is important that you get coached. I know for me, I would not have been able to tell you 3 years ago that I'm here to coach, because I really felt more confident to say that I can coach other people once I got coached. And I truly believe that coaches need coaches. And my coach right now, we have a relationship that we are together for the sessions that I invested in with her. But I know for a fact that she is not going anywhere. She is here to stay with me because she is really, following everything that's going through with my business, which is the other thing you want to look into when you think of hiring a coach, is this relationship that you're going to build with this person. I recently been on the phone with a new coach that I'm exploring hiring for another side of my business. And again, I've talked to a lot of them. I've been on discovery call with a lot of coaches. And I know when I speak to them and I go through, it is truly important that that connection happens. And even for me, if you and I talk, if you book a call with me, you will notice that I will want to hear out from you where you stand, because a coach doesn't work with everybody. I don't work with everybody. Just because you're reaching out to me and you think that you want to hire me, it could be great, but for whatever reason, we're just not a great fit. Not because I cannot deliver you the needs that you have to get you to the next level. It's not that. It's probably because the mindset is too far, and for whatever reason, there's just no connection. And that's important when you hire a coach versus a consultant. So the consultant gives you deliverables. So there's a lot of consultants out there. Primarily, you can go on Upwork. That's where you'll find consultants, people that are going to do the job for you and that are going to fix the problem that you have currently in your business. And they're going to consult you and help you out to deliver what it is that you want. And they have control over the deliverables. And again, a coach does not have control over the deliverables because it's up to you. It's up to you, because like I could tell you this much, like my coach right now, if I'm not showing up on the live calls with her, if I'm not doing the work that she's asked, if I don't check in with her with the details of how I implemented the work for her to give me feedback and push me even further or pull me back or whatever and check up on me, I'm not going to get the results that I'm looking for, period. So that's what the difference is. So hopefully this clarifies for you who you should hire based on where you are in your journey of being an entrepreneur or currently an entrepreneur. So there's tons of coaches out there, and at the end of the day, it is extremely important that you get on that phone call with them and truly feel great about the conversation when you hang up from that sales call. Otherwise, if you don't feel good, you don't feel that connection, then it's probably not the right investment for you. The information's out there. There's no lack of information. What you are investing in when you're looking at a coach, you're investing in the transformation. That's what you are buying for you and putting your hard earning money into, is to go through that transformation. That's what it is. And that's what I want you to think about when you're thinking of hiring a coach. Okay. So to recap, it's not about, I need somebody to help me make $20,000 a month starting in January. And for that reason alone, I'm going to hire a coach. That is not the way to go about it. Perhaps there are coaches out there that claim that they have the program and the system to get you to $20,000 a month. I'm not knocking that at all. But the thing is, at the end of the day, you have to understand that when you hire a coach that claims that they can support you to get that transformation, you have to know that you're going to have to show up and you're going to have to do the work, and you're going to have to be hand in hand with your coach to make sure that you are hitting those milestones the way they're suggesting you to do it. And they also understand as coaches that there is life and people, it's a transformation. So things are going to move a little bit. And for that reason and that reason alone, coaches are flexible in that sense. They're supposed to stop with you and say, I understand what you're going through. Let us pause. Let us think a little bit. They are here to support you and really guide you. They have no control over your outcome. So again, if you hire a fitness coach to look like Beyonce, and then you show up for the first 2 sessions, and then the third session out of the 8 that you invested in, you don't show up, or you show up completely off, of course you're going to delay the process of your transformation. And you cannot blame it on your coach, because they show up for you and they are giving you what you need. So it's up to you. And I highly recommend that if you are in business or thinking of going into business, you might want to consider investing in a coach. I never thought I would say that, because I always thought that it was going to be a waste of time, knowing that Google has all the information and YouTube has all the information. What you're investing in is not the information. What you're investing in is the transformation, and someone that is there that's going to understand what you're going through, because they've been there, which is why it is important that you qualify them. You make sure that they understand where you came from. The good coaches out there's some bad ones, there's some fake ones, there's some copy paste ones. I know that for a fact, but there are some really great coaches out there that are really about it. And that's not because they're certified. That's not because they went to a Tony Robbins thing and they invested $20,000 in training and they have a beautiful certificate. Kudos to them, but that's not why they're a great coach. Okay. There are great coaches out there that are really about it and that really want to make you better, and they want to invest their time and their strategy that they were able to build for themselves to get them where they are today, and they're going to spend the time with you. At least I could say this about my coach. I'm overjoyed that I have her because she totally gets me, and we have a great conversation. I have no problem talking to her about anything and everything, and we are walking together. She's walking with me to get there. Now, another option that we're not talking about here very, very deeply, but is getting yourself a mentor. I've had 3 mentors so far in my entrepreneurial journey, and I've had mentors with coaches at the same time. I can't say I never hired a consultant. I've hired consultants to do specific work for me, such as, helping me design websites or, designing my podcast cover, like things like that. But I did have at some point 2 coaches at the same time and 3 mentors at the same time. Feels like overwhelming? Sure. But I know as I'm growing in this entrepreneurial journey, and that's what I want for you if you're looking to invest in your entrepreneurial journey, is that you always open up your mind to hiring someone, whether it's a mentor or a coach, and even a consultant to help you move your business forward. You cannot do this alone, and I wish I had myself invested in a coach and a consultant from the beginning, but at the same time, I feel good that I did it because I wouldn't know what it is that I need to show up for and why am I doing it. So it's kind of good that I went through all it is that I went through on my own because I know exactly what I want, which is why when I went on those discovery calls with those coaches and those mentors of mine, I was able to clearly identify my roadblocks. I was able to clearly identify the outcomes that I was looking for with them. Hence, they were able to come back to me and say, yes, I should be able to help you. I know I can do this because I've been there and I know how to do that. And, I totally resonate with your story, Martine. Let's do this together. And mind you, I've spoken to tons of people, and there's a lot of them that I was like, no, there's something about her that I'm not feeling. There's just the personality not connecting, because all of this is important. I think that, before you invest in hiring a coach particularly, more than hiring a consultant. So hopefully this clarified the difference between the two, because I do think there's a big difference between the two. Again, you could be both. You could be a coach and a consultant at the same time. And again, I highly recommend that you listen to Paul Klein's podcast. It's called Pricing is Positioning, where he breaks it down even further. And he talks about a lot of things that are great when it comes to being in the knowledge economy that we're in today. He calls it, meaning coaching, freelancing, consulting, and helping you positioning your brand, positioning your fees the right way so that you are being out there with the value that you have and being paid for that value and transformation that you are offering to other clients. So I highly, highly recommend it for you to listen to it. I listen to a lot of podcasts, but I have to say this is one of my favorite podcasts because I am a coach and I coach other female coaches and other female consultants on how to position their brands on Instagram and Facebook and build an organic, following that is going to over time translate and convert to paying clients. So hopefully you enjoyed this video. I'm going to invite you to do 3 things now. 1, I would love for you to click on the link that I'm going to put in the comments to book a call with me. It's a free call. And it's a free session, really. Come prepared with, the biggest struggles that you have with your business. And I would love to dive in for 30 minutes and tell you my thoughts and share with you what you can do right now to fix that issue. So click the book button if you want some time with me, 30 minutes that is. I also would love to invite you into my Facebook group if you are a female and you are a female coach or wannabe coach, or if you are a female consultant or wannabe consultant. It's the perfect place for you because I do show up with specific detailed training there that I want to support you with, that you can implement occasionally in addition to videos like this. And the third thing that I want to invite you to do is to like this page. You're watching me on Facebook right now, and if you found me here, do check out my Instagram as well and follow there. If you know of anyone that needs help with their online business building, whether they're building a coaching or consulting business, and you think this would be valuable to them, please do tag them, share this, and spread the love. That's all I am inviting you to do. So again, thank you for watching this video all the way through. I will see you in the next video. Remember, as you watch this replay, do leave a comment. Any questions you have, any concerns, I will be replying personally to them. So thank you again for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Thanks so much.